What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a new vehicle to welcome to the channel, a new project car for Atomic Speed Garage. I just ran across the state and bought this 1949 Styleline Deluxe. It's definitely a project car, needs a ton of work, and I'm just super happy to have this thing on the channel. It is a super cool car. I love the lines of the Styleline Deluxe. Let me get you turned around. I'll show you some more about it. So yeah, here it is. It's got a lot of the original trim and the original wheels. It's a pretty original car, other than somebody did some pretty crappy bodywork to it and then sprayed it in a terrible, cheap, single stage white. But you guys can see, I mean, look at all the extra parts that came with it. I mean, the trunk is just loaded with trim pieces and bumpers and door handles, and the skirts are in there, the seats are in there. It's got a lot of parts that came with it. I'm super stoked about that. And the car, I mean, overall, I mean, it must look pretty good to you guys, but up close you can see where somebody's done some Bondo work to it and some not too great metal work, but that's all right. I'm gonna turn all that around and make this thing into a super cool cruiser. The engine that's in it right now is a straight six. The guy told me that the guy before him, who I bought it from, installed I guess he said it was an early 70s straight six in it with a 3-speed manual on the floor, which I'm definitely, I thought I was gonna try to save this driveline because it does run. It doesn't drive at the moment, but it does run. But it really doesn't even fit in the engine compartment. It's like an inch off the radiator, and somebody cut the firewall to fit it in there, so it doesn't really fit very well. So out with the 6-cylinder, and I'm probably going to be dropping a V8 in it. That's just my style. I'd rather hear that V8 rumble in this thing rather than a little straight six. But yeah, super stoked about the project. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. And let me know your thoughts and ideas on a build plan and what you guys maybe like to see done to the car. Again, it's a 1949 Styleline Deluxe coupe. It's got all the bumpers and trim and everything with it. So I'll be able to reuse all that stuff. Original wheels and some old dry rotted tires. The interior is pretty rough. No door panels. The door panels that are there, totally wasted. I'll have to try to get some new ones or make some. But overall, the steering wheel is in great shape. The dash is in really good shape, which is super important. The floors overall are really solid, other than that right there. That's the worst part in the whole car, which that's nothing. I'll cut that out and weld some patch panels in. But overall, the floors are really solid. I gotta dig all the stuff out of it. It is just packed with parts. So super happy with the score. I've always loved this body style. I love that it's a coupe and not a four-door. It's gonna be a super sweet little hot rod cruiser. I'm not gonna make it fast, but it's definitely gonna have a V8 in it. But yeah, man, I love new project cars. I hope you guys like this one too. I hope you guys will leave me some of your thoughts and comments down below. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are digging the new project car. And right now I'm just gonna try to dig all this stuff out of here and try to make sense of what we have and what I need, and try to create a plan of attack on this thing. And you guys are gonna get to see it get built. So this is just the next chapter for Atomic Speed, and can't wait to get into it. I like that all the door handles are still here. They're usable. Look at that door panel. Wow, that is old school. Super old and stained and nasty. But I'll be able to reuse these armrests, all this hardware. We just gotta get new panels. These are pretty flat, so I found a company that offers door cards online, so I'll probably just order those and make my own. Yeah, you can see how old that seat cover is. Give you guys a shot now that I got all the parts out of it. You can see the squirrel's been living in it. Big old pile of mouse shit and squirrel shit. Look at all that. This thing's huge inside. So far the floors, I haven't seen any rot through. They're rusty, but nothing's rotten. Get in here and vacuum this all out, try to get it cleaned up. What treasures we'll find under the seat. Dash is unbelievably awesome. Look at that clock. All the details. Radio's still in it. It's got a 3-speed on the floor that's not original. It would have been up on the column originally. Glass in this thing is amazingly nice. I'm sure it's been replaced at one point. Glove box opens. Liner's gone. Door's in great shape. Wow, ashtray looks like it's never been smoked in. Cigarette lighter's really clean too, which is surprising for the era. All right, well, we're back here the next day after picking up the new project car, and thought about it last night, and my plan is to try to hang every piece of trim that I have for it back on the car, make sure everything fits. I'm gonna put the bumpers on, pretty much try to assemble the car completely. And then once I know that everything will fit right, I will remove everything and start doing the body work on it. But so yeah, that's the plan today, is just try to get it more assembled and try to get everything functioning, like the hood bolted on and all the little pieces back on it that I have, just so I can make sure that I have everything, number one, and number two, that this stuff fits the way I want it to fit, so then we can start the bodywork process on the car. But yep, just been going over everything online, trying to build a parts list on everything that it needs. And I am going to go forward with a V8 swap on it, get that little 6-cylinder out of it. I just think the car will be more desirable with a V8 in it. And this is going to be a flip car, so I will be selling it when I'm done. Probably going to be more of a over the winter project, so it'll be on the channel for at least a few months till I get it done, and probably going to put it up for sale in the spring. And right now my plan is to V8 swap it. Obviously it needs a more modern tire on these wheels, and I believe I'm going to go down the road of putting air suspension on it so it'll lay out on the ground. So I just love a laid out classic like this. They just look so cool, and you get the benefits of it looking cool laid on the ground, and you can also raise it up to ride height, which is about what this is right here, and cruise it comfortably. So it's just the best of both worlds, and I feel like that's going to make the car bring the most value, because people don't like to install air suspensions. They like to buy cars already finished. So most people can't do that kind of fabrication, and we can. So that's going to be the plan. And like I said, today we're just going to try to hang everything back on it that I have and make sure that I have a complete car that's ready to do body work on.
Alright, so I'll leave you guys with a few shots of the car here. The biggest task that I got done on this video was just getting all the parts out of the car and getting the car cleaned out. It was pretty nasty. It had been sitting around for a very long time. It still had a lot of the old rotten interior left in it, like the headliner, which was full of mouse beds and mouse poop, and just the whole car was pretty gross from sitting around for decades, what I think. But as you can see, I got the headliner ripped out, we got all the door panels out of it, just vacuumed out and cleaned and kind of stripped down back to the basics of what's there, the bones, and from now on we can just kind of start building on the car. Start going through and fixing any kind of structural repairs in the floorboards, and just kind of getting it stripped back to where I could start hanging parts and building on the project. So if you guys are digging this video, you like the new project car, give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you guys subscribe to follow this build, because it's going to be a pretty crazy one. It is, like I said, going to get a V8 swap, probably an automatic trans. It is going to get completely overhauled suspension, which is going to be airbags and just all new and safe cruisable suspension. So yeah, let me know what you guys think and leave me some comments, and I will see you guys on the next video. Later.